All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to kick it off, but I'm going to kick it off with stories. Okay, sounds good? Everybody, give me a thumbs up if it sounds good. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can people see my screen? Can people see this photo? All right, awesome. All right. Okay, so this is before the pandemic. Okay, this is before the pandemic. This is the first time when we had our first summer camp. We only had 5 students, right? But you wonder why there's so many people here. Well, there's a lot of people behind the scenes making sure we're doing something wonderful, right? Students wise, we had this girl is a student. He's a student. He's a student. I can't find them anymore. But anyway, every summer we used to do this thing called Thank You Barbecue, right? That is thank everyone who participated. But right now, because COVID-19, for better for worse, or we're all distributed around the world, it's impossible for us to have a thank you barbecue. But it doesn't mean that we don't appreciate you, from the bottom of our hearts. Okay. So for example, and you know what? We haven't done this thank you and for a long time, for the past couple of years. So bear with me. I'm gonna walk you through some photos. I'm gonna thank you for many people, but I might have missed a few, so I apologize for that as well. Okay. Do you guys have the patience with me to go through these photos? Is that okay? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Victor. All right. So for example, Justin White, who is my mentor, we toured, his company. That was, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Guess what? Now we actually have 3 or 4 students working for his company. His company actually grew from just a handful of people. I think right now they're serving 4,000 hospitals. They're using AI to automate healthcare. Isn't that cool? Right? I thought that's really, really cool. All right. And then, okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't find a better picture for Richard, but he was teaching the next year, right? And he was being a mentor, for all of us. We had a Shane, who was another great instructor for us. And he was from Stanford. Do you guys recognize this person, Alex Zhou? Do you guys recognize who this is? Alex Zhou is a legend at AI Camp, and he actually built a lot of system for us. He was a mentor for a lot of our students. He was one of the most, I don't know, I don't know what's the right word. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. All right. And then, okay, look at this photo. Do you guys recognize who this is? Anyone? Wait, can I get someone unmute yourself and say who are in this photo? Anyone? Don't be shy. It's okay.
It's in the chat. We got it.
It's in the chat. Is it in the chat? Well, who's saying what? Oh, Duffy, right? We had Alex join, right? This is actually the first time we met in person. Maybe the first time. I don't know. Do you see he was dressing so uptight, with shirts and all that, right? But he's no longer doing that anymore. We also had Anna, who was pivotal in getting this company to where it is today. So I want to, thank Anna as well. Of course, like Duffy, appreciation from the bottom of my heart. If you go forward a little bit, right, now we got a bit more people. We have Cameron here, posing, right? We have Mitch. This is Mitch. He has stayed with us for more than a year now. Without him, this past summer would be a disaster, right? And do you guys see how tall Mitch is? He's super tall. And by the way, he also has a band, super great. You guys should check it out. Okay, by the way. All right, is that too much information or this is the right amount? Are you guys following me? So far, so good. All right, cool. All right. And then, of course, Jackson and Sri, this is Mitch in the background. We don't live together, but once in a while, we come together and for planning, for celebration, for retreat, right? Actually, this coming January, we're gonna go to Park City, Utah. We're gonna do a bit of snowboarding and skiing, right? Isn't that cool, right? But Jackson is the person. Do you guys know what Jackson does? Have you guys used that Disco bot? Was that coming from Jackson? Have you guys used that the code calc server to code stuff? The deployments from him, right? But of course, that software, the buggy software is not from him, and he's working day and night try to get that better. Okay. Do you guys recognize what this is? This is Sri. You guys will see basically a custom software system from Sri. and everyone, and he's the product manager, right? To define what we're gonna make. So if, for example, today you have trouble, okay, buying stuff from us, I want you to send you a personal message to Sri and say, your system sucks, you gotta improve, okay? But I'm not gonna give you the email though. All right, and then, we have Team Tomorrow. So these are the folks who actually are our first, Team Tomorrow team. And without those guys, we probably will never have the confidence to say, we should do a Team Tomorrow. We should send these kids, to companies, and they're going to contribute greatly, right? But tell you what, they performed, they did well. They, they basically shock like everyone in the company. And Rohan right now, he's only 15. He works for another company called Imprint.io. They're a fintech company, and he's a full stack developer there. He's only 15. Oh my gosh, think about this. In 3 years, he's going to go to university, right? And the first course that he's going to take is Introductory to Computer Science. Do you think he's going to be excited taking that course? Anyone? Do you think Rohan is going to be excited to talk about introduction of computer science? Anyone? Who drew on my screen, man? Okay, is that Daniel? Is that Daniel Huang? Okay, anyway. But fast forward today, you can see all these people coming and doing things, with us. This is, being virtual and all that. Oh, I forgot, this is the people behind the scenes making these systems. We have, basically new people coming and the next generation, and you are the next generation, right? So one thing I want to say also like, thank you for being here, right? This is a Saturday, either 1 p.m., 4 p.m. You have better things to do, right? Than, for example, listening to I don't know, like boring people talking about education, right? But thank you for being here. Thank you for paying attention, right? So appreciate you that. Okay. All right. So that's the story. Can I get a round of applause? I thought it's a great story, right? So thank you, also me, for presenting. I guess one thing, maybe, Richard, can you talk about your experience working with Ishan and Ferris? Are you here?
Yeah, definitely. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, I just want to, it's been a great experience these past 3 years. I left a job, a steady career of 12 years working for a very large organization, the Federal Reserve. And coming here, I didn't know what to expect, but the one thing that blew my mind away was, can students within, between ages 13, 16, do the stuff that we actually do in the professional world? And they blew my mind away. I was like, can they? And I worked with them. And so all the systems that you're working with, all the systems that you're using, like the Discord bot, the Camper Kudos, the Discord class feedback, all our students built that. So I just really want to thank, really deeply from the bottom of my heart, is all of our TT members who were our former students that worked with us last year and this continued to work with us this year, who frankly, without them, we would not be able to provide the great experience that you all have had this summer. Okay, it's just, even like the development environments that you don't really see day to day, it's all developed, maintained, and supported by these TT members, okay? And so, for example, Michael asked me to talk about Ishan and Ferris. So we first got Ishan and Ferris last fall, and I did not know them at all. I was just like, I don't know what these guys can do. But basically, I led them through what we typically do in the industry, in the real workplace, as how do we get people to start working? And basically, they just showed me that they were willing, they had the professional maturity to learn and to apply. And honestly, they've helped us do a lot of operational activities, as well as help develop some tools to help us provide even a greater experience for you. So as you're all already realizing, while working at AI Camp, TT members get a professional experience on how to solve business problems, deliver value, and learn what is expected of them when they are in the real world. And another shout out is to Jackson, Alex, and David. They were the first students I worked with in developing external and internal applications. And they just totally blew my mind away, to the point where I can say that they're at a level that even I would compare them with the current professionals that I worked with at the Federal Reserve. And so this is truly a place built by the students. It's built by the students for the students. So again, I wish I could thank each and every one of you guys out there who have helped us make this such a great, wonderful place and an experience. But we have a lot to move on with, and we have limited time, so I'm going to turn it back to Michael.
Let me share my screen. We have a presentation to go through, okay? And right now I'm gonna handle this presentation to Mitch. Mitch, just give me cue, like when you want to move, when you wanted me to move on. But can people see this presentation? Give me a thumbs up. All right, great. All right, Mitch, stage is yours.
All right. So, hi guys, I'm Mitch. I played, what I do here, I ran a lot of our summer at AI Camp. And so I wanted to give you guys a quick glimpse into our work this summer and some of your work this summer. And so we had about 1,000 students overall, and we developed over 160 projects that are pretty mind-blowing. I picked 4 of my favorites to show you guys today, but to be honest, I sent a list of about 15 to our team. So it's really hard to choose from. But what I wanted to do here is, send out a poll. This is a Zoom poll. And I want you guys to vote on your favorite project for us to put on our website and showcase for the world. And so the first project here is a natural language processing model that can generate working Python code with a live editor and like a clipboard feature. This website has a dark mode. And yes, this was developed by Blake. It sounds like there's a threat involved with voting for this one. Secondly, our second one is a platformer game that is connected to a computer vision model. This is completely controlled by hand gestures, so you could tell it to go left or right or up for jumping. This game was built in Unity, so there's some C++. Additionally, so we can go to the next page, Michael. Additionally, the third project is a recipe generator. If you guys are hungry, it's around lunchtime. This is a natural language processing model, and it receives recipe items as well as your dietary preferences. And so it takes those as an input, and then it'll generate a recipe that fits your needs. This website also has custom animations, custom forms, not to mention custom CSS designs, pretty much made from scratch. So really impressive website. The last one is Master Oogway. If you guys like Kung Fu Panda, it's a bot that has sentiment analysis. So it determines how you're feeling based on what you're saying. And then secondly, it gives you advice or comfort or just a general affirmation to respond to how you're feeling. So these are the 4. I'm going to go ahead and throw this poll up. It's launched right now. I just want to reiterate that all of this is just making decisions with data. That's what AI is at its core. And so you guys worked across pretty much every single spectrum I could think of, from global warming to car accidents to medical data sets to looking at recipes all day. Not my cup of tea, but I respect it. And so really happy with the progress here. And it was just so fun coming to demos and seeing all of the work you guys put in. Cool. Well, I'm going to pass over to Alex here for moving on.
Awesome. Cool. Hey, everyone. My name is Alex Duffy. I'm our head of product here at AI Camp. I've seen a lot of familiar faces. I've gotten the opportunity to work with a lot of you guys. I have worked a lot with this summer. Now I get focusing a lot on our incubator program, and I'm definitely going to get to talk to you guys a little bit more about that. But what I get to talk to you guys about first is some of our programs that we've got this year. So, we've kind of gone through some upgrades. So some of you guys might have taken our level 1 course, which is a 1-week course, either in the winter and the summer, to get to gain or review fundamentals in a few topics. It started as data science, but Mitch is going to talk a little bit about how we're working to expand that. Most of you are here because you've taken our 3-week summer course. That's our level 2 class. That's our bread and butter, where you work to learn how to build a AI product, how to build a working AI product in those 3 weeks. Now, typically, those people get nominated by their mentors, and if they have the 10 hours a week to commit to it, are invited to join our incubator program, which is ongoing. It's a 10-week program during the fall That's our level 4 program. That's where we move from discovering new skills to training them at a professional level. And, some of the best people there are then offered, if they demonstrate the ability to work as professionals on software development teams, I'm invited to be part of Team Tomorrow, be part of that paid team, and that's the level 5. So this program's worked really great, for those people who did get nominated and had those 10 hours to commit to in the fall. But we really wanted to make sure, because we heard a lot of the people from our community talking about how can we get an experience like that, if we weren't able to accomplish that. So, or had the time, right? So I'm excited to announce that we've got a new course for that, starting next summer. We've got our level 3 course, which is a mix between that structured 3-week approach of summer and the rigor and professional level tools of our incubator. So this is going to be, a great program for those people who either who have taken our level 2 program. If you haven't taken our level 2 program, definitely recommend starting there. That's one of the best programs I think out there, just in general. And then that level 3 is for those people who either weren't invited or didn't have the time to commit to the incubator program during the school year. And our hope is that you guys can join us again for level 3 and then potentially be ready to join the incubator again the next year. So I actually want to pause here because I know I just threw a lot at you, and looking at these different levels might be a bit confusing. Does anyone have any questions about that? If you do, you can drop them in the chat. You can come up off mute. Does anyone do the levels make sense? Love to continue level 3. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Dale. We'd love to see you there. Any questions? All right, we'll have some time for questions at the end too. So if you don't have any right now, hold on to them and we'll get them in the chat, or we'll get you answers to them. Is level 3 only in the summer? Yes, great question. Level 3 is only in the summer because winter we only offer classes for 3 weeks total. That's where we have a focus on our 1-week course, and Mitch will talk a little bit about that. But level 3, yeah, that's summer for next year. Winter camp, that's level 1 because that's where our 1-week class is. Mitch will talk about that more in a second. But awesome. Yeah, thanks for the question. Is there a spring incubator program? Great question there as well. We're targeting having a hackathon in the spring to make sure that it's accessible to as many people as possible. Don't hold me to that. We're trying to do a lot with a little right now, but that's the goal right now, is to kind of continue engaging our community in other ways outside of just these paid courses. And Blake's going to talk more about that. Yeah. All right. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves now. Hackathon. Okay. Wait. When does level 5 program? That is an invitation. If you do really well in the incubator, you're invited to join our paid Team Tomorrow team. So those are some of the developers that have helped build the actual order processing system for our camp, among other tools that help us invaluably internally, as well as external projects. So that's an ongoing basis. Any questions about cost? We're going to get to in a sec. Is level 4 invitation only? Level 4 is invitation only. The incubator is invitation only. That's the one that's offered in the fall. So that's 10 weeks of demonstrating that you have what it takes to work after school and on the weekends and deliver at a professional level, to software projects, because that's what our Team Tomorrow is working on. They're working throughout the year to work with us and other professional organizations to deliver products. If you were invited to the incubator this past fall, also great question. Yes, you're going to be invited to the incubator next year as well. If you were invited to the incubator this fall, that means you attended camp, you were great, you were nominated by your instructor. If you weren't able to do it because we know there are a lot of high performers here at AI Camp, if you weren't able to do it because of other commitments, we're definitely not going to fault you for that. So when we open registration, we're going to extend that invitation to those who came last year. Level 4, yeah, that's the same as the incubator. Great question. Certificates, there haven't been certificates in the past. If you really, we think that the product is the best certificate, a link to a GitHub project and being like, hey, I built this working product with a team. We think that's better than any certificate out there. If you really need one, we hand them out kind of on a one-off basis, but we really recommend you put the actual GitHub project anywhere you'd rather put a certificate. How long is level 5? Level 5 is ongoing. We have some Team Tomorrow members who were internally working for us for a year. And then, they went to get a software engineering internship this summer, and now they're back. So, once you reach that level, it's us trying to get you to work with us because we know you're at a professional level. You build a product in level 4, and actually that's a perfect transition. Let's keep going. We'll keep more questions at the end. That's a perfect transition to the next slide. Mike, if you want, or I can share my screen as well. Okay, awesome. So Mike's sharing his screen. So these are the incubator projects. This year, more than 100 students are going through learning what it means to be in industry, in what it means to follow industry best practices and the skills they need to land internships. And Wednesday actually marked, almost 5 weeks, not even 5 weeks, but almost 5 weeks into the program. And each team had a very ambitious requirement of having a minimum viable product delivered. So we made a super quick video that highlights some of those awesome products in just 5 minutes. So I'll without further ado, I'll turn it over to the students. It's incredible. All right, Mike, can you? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna play the video now. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it clearly, okay? But we're gonna send you the video anyway. Here, just hear what the students are saying.
So for updates for the front end, we basically have a web application running with a camera and the ability to send an SMS to one contact, and the ability to distinguish between the flares that are on and off. And now I'm going to hand it off to Alan to demo that.
So this is a product actually working with the StartX company. So what they wanted to do is detect methane flames, right, to see if there's a flame, going on or not. These are for oil and gas companies.
So I'll try and share my screen right now, and hopefully you can see my face. Hello. Right now we just have a web app running and not like an actual phone app because there's been some errors with our API, our requests, and so right now we're just doing web. But just to show that it works, I'm gonna go put in my number. Please do not text me. So I add the contact. So you see here it's stored. So right now, when I put in my contact, it just shows that it just gave me a text just to confirm that it was me that I just put my contact in. So let's take a picture. So now right here, I have some flares. So this one's on. So hopefully, let me see. Try and line it up so it shows the whole thing. Take a picture. So let's see. Wait, did I even take a picture? Yep, I did. So right now, it just sent flare on. You can read that. It's a little bit backwards. And so I have another image right here that has a flare that's off. So I'll take another picture. Hopefully that one also, I click the button. Yep. So now here, it says flare off.
If I go back up to the about page.
Was that cool? Was that good? That was pretty good, right? Live demo, it actually worked, By the way, wait, Alex, this is like 5 weeks in, right? Yeah, 5 weeks in. This is 5 weeks in, and including a week or two working with the founder, to define the project, right? That's pretty cool, right? And by the way, it's not us, okay, who are pretty good. It's you who are pretty good. Do you see that? That's the point we're trying to prove to everyone, okay? And that's why this whole thing is possible. It's because of the internet. It's because we can learn. It's because we don't have to being told what to learn, right? By people who
and because we have the people who came before, the incredible people like David, Alex, Jackson, these incredible developers who have built up their skill sets that are spending time to work with our students coming in to get them to the level that they are. That's what's so special about it. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, awesome. All right, should we continue? Okay, we're gonna continue. Okay.
This gives some background on.
You know what? I'm gonna stop right there. What I'll do, I'll send this video to everyone. We're gonna save a bit of time. We're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks, Mike. So next up, we're keeping it in the incubator, but we're coming back to the camp. So now we're gonna hand it over to Mitch, who's gonna talk about another incubator team who's actually working on improving our 1 week camp for all of you guys this winter and next summer.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm leading the winter camp team this year. This team has 10 students. We get 2 full teams to develop our entire winter camp curriculum. So traditionally, our camp curriculum has been built by, like last summer was built by me and some TT members. And this year we decided to move it over to our incubator team and have 11 people working on it all the time. these students are building some incredible projects out. I'm honestly so stoked for what this is going to look like. And so this slide is just a quick glimpse at what it could be. We still have 10 weeks to develop, so it's only going to get better. But just from a glimpse, on the left side, we have our web development track that's being rolled out this winter. This is going to be learning about front end and back end development, lots of JavaScript, and as well as we have our AI and data science program, which is learning about how to use AI in your everyday life, how to conduct exploratory data analysis, how to build amazing data dashboards. And then finally, we have game development, where you build amazing platformer games using Pygame and learn a little bit about some of the algorithmic techniques we use to build AI models. And so these are going to be really fun. I'm so stoked that we still have 2 whole months to continue building out this curriculum. I just am stoked for this winter. It's going to be a great time. So I want to give a huge shout out to my team members that are here. They are putting in absolute work. We have a web dev, we have a game dev, and a data science team. And every single week, it's been mind blowing to just see their progress and to work with them. And so, yeah, so we'll get to questions about winter camp in the end. I just want to kind of project how excited I am about it and show you guys a little bit of our work, but we'll keep things flowing. And that's a bit of what Incubator Projects could look like. So.
All right, cool. So one of the things that we want to learn from you guys is we have no idea if you want to do web dev or AI or game dev. We have no idea, right? Mitch, can you actually make a quick poll just for the people here and say, let's just say, everyone, you have time this winter. Imagine, okay, you have time this winter. You have 1 week, right? And then out of these 3, which one you will choose? And imagine you never heard about AI Camp before, all right? You never heard about it before. So we want to use data to make decisions, but we're developing products. We're like, this might be interesting, right? So we want to see, like, what you are going to say. Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to move pretty quick now. Okay, I'm going to move pretty quick now. All right, so next steps, right? So if you want to do something new, I guess these are just essentially like, we're just worried, AI Camp. We only do a lot of stuff during the summer, right? And then we have these incubator programs and TT. But when you think about nearly 1,000 students that we had, this past summer, owning a fraction of it, right? Like 10% of it, right, will go and become the join the incubator, right? And then maybe even smaller a fraction of them will join TT. So what you're going to do for the rest of the year, right? So we wanted to make sure that you build a good habits, that you continue to develop yourself, because as I said, a lot of the amazing things that you guys did is because that you are learning all the time, right? You're learning all the time. You're not afraid of learning all the time, right? So we want to put these programs together so that you can continue to form that habit. You can continue to involve with the community, and of course we want to make a bit of money so that we can support our teams as well, right? The TT members, by the way, it's a paid program. We pay them to do work for us, right? All right, so next steps, right? So if you want to do something new, for example, web dev or game dev or AI, you're welcome to join our 1 week program during the winter, right? And the web dev is very interesting because that's essentially, if you learn about that, it's essentially how the whole technology world like these requests and response and like how those things work. And game dev, I think just like you want to use your interest to guide you. And we're going to talk people who are working Meta, who actually founded game companies. We're going to talk to them like how to make professional level kind of games. So that's coming, all right? But if you want to dive deeper, right? Just say you did a 3-week summer last year, you had a great amount of fun, right? You start understanding, okay, what is backend, what is front end, what is AI, right? But you wanted to learn more about professional level, right? Such as how to use Git, what does it mean to write a modular code, what are the best practices, here and there. That's where, or if you want to work with external companies, right? That's where you want to join, right? The 3-week summer, all right? All right. Okay. So I'm going to, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions, right? What we'll do, hold on your questions. We're going to basically make sure you can ask questions at the end. Okay. I'm going to move on pretty fast, as I said. All right. So these prices, I think they're outrageous. Okay. Outrageous in a way that's really, really good. when you think about, for example, 3-week summer program, you know, our caliber, Stanford, you know, or any other, you know, like prestigious, you know, with a name out there organization, they're going to charge you $6,000, right? So we're charging you, you know, $1,549. I think it's cheaper than my son, you know, who's 6-year-old, you know, going to a water park and, you know, playing in the water. That's cheaper than that. Okay. And then also for our 1-week program, you know, if you look at anywhere, you know, it's at least $900. You know, you can, you know, join this at $649. And by the way, right, we're releasing this program right before anyone else, but to you only, because you participated, right? And also, you know, as I said, this is a thank you, you know, barbecue, right? I mean, we don't have barbecue, but thank you, you know, for everything. Yeah. The only thing to be aware is that these, you know, discount is only available for this week only, right? Until next Saturday. So talk to your parents, think about you next summer, playing around, right? But if you want to, you know, participate this, you know, participate, you know, as soon as you can. Oh, before I forgot, refer your friends, right? Refer your friends. Each of you can get $100 off each time, right? So you may actually just participate this, you know, free of charge because you just referred so many people. Have we thought about if people refer too many, do we have to give money to people, Jackson?
No, it caps. People
caps?
cannot, we can't give people money.
That's worth the shout out though. Again,
Yeah.
referral program built by our team tomorrow internally.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, maybe we'll do adjustments. Okay. If we see many of you refer like 30 people and say, oh my gosh, you know, we got to give like, you know, $1,500, like instead of to you, you know, instead of to me, to us. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that. All right. So I'm sure you're gonna have questions. It's like, Mike, sounds great. Where do I sign up? Okay. There'll be slides on that. Mike, sounds great. Where is the code? Well, there's gonna be a slide for that. There's gonna be email for that, right? So don't worry, right? You just be like, maybe this is great. Maybe I'll do it, right? All right. Now I'm gonna give the stage to Blake. Blake, can you talk about community engagement?
For sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Blake Martin. I'm an instructor and head of community engagement here at AI Camp. You might be wondering what exactly is community engagement. Well, we understand that everyone wants to be a part of AI Camp and what we're trying to do here, but not everyone has, you know, necessarily has the time nor money to spend on courses or take or commit to courses. So we started this initiative in the summer as a way to give back to our great, loving community of students and members in our Discord, to let everyone experience the AI Camp experience to an extent. So as we know, our Discord our community primarily takes place through Discord, where you can do anything from get code advice to just having conversations to seeing artwork to getting recommendations on resources to learn AI. And with that, I want to turn it over to you guys, our students, the people who have been with us all summer, or some for even longer. What is one, maybe someone can come off mute, but what is one thing that you've enjoyed about being a member of our Discord server? Maybe we can get one or two people to come off mute and share their thoughts.
Yeah. So a lot of the times, like it's really helpful because we have this community, and like whenever you need help, there's always people online to help you. Like I know that like because in the like AI camp, right, in the summer, like we had trouble like training our model because like we didn't know what, and then we were just asking around, and they're like, oh, maybe you guys have a lack of data, because we were training on a very specific medical data set, and like we did not have a lot of data. We had started off as like 230 images, and then they're like, yeah, we can like help you with this stuff, and then we eventually got to like 900, which is like amazing. Like we almost tripled our data set, and then now our model, like we improved it a lot. So like there is a very helpful community there to help you, so that's really helpful. Yeah, I really like that about this community.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate it. There's always someone in the server that's more knowledgeable or more experienced in something that can turn you in the right direction. Very insightful. Anyone else want to come off mute? April.
I would say just meeting people like who have the same interests of you, and you get to meet people from like places you normally would not be able to go.
Oh, sure. All right, thank you. So to turn this over to my wonderful slides here. So as an instructor, oh, can you go back a slide? I miss the interaction that I had with you guys all over during the summer in class. So why should we let this go on any longer? So I'm inviting all of you, each and every one of you, to join our unforgettable future nostalgia-inducing experiences in Discord. Bring your friends, bring your relatives, bring anyone. We do not discriminate. Anyone's invited. Be there, be square, and as you're all familiar, take action or get an infraction. I'm serious about that. All right, next slide, please.
Blake is our CIO. You guys know that, right? It's official. Yeah.
So the first thing we're doing to kick off this initiative is something called Discord seminars. So these will if you've been in our courses and you enjoyed the structure of the courses where it's casual but you still learn important skills, then you should definitely make your way onto this little activity that's being kicked off on October 15th. More information will come out about that soon. I'll be sending out an announcement soon. And essentially, from a high level, you can learn the skills to create projects as a team or individual in a casual environment, mirroring the vibe that was captured during our summer sessions. And best of all, unlike the summer sessions, this is free and it will be hosted by myself. And why is this even worth your time? Because you can earn prizes and also build technical skills. So imagine that you can learn how to train and fine tune a GPT-3 text generation model and also be eligible to win a pair of headphones. I wish this was around when I was a 16-year-old. And this will all be coming to a server soon near you that you're hopefully already a member of. So stay tuned for future announcements regarding this. I'll be sending one out soon. But the important thing here is that if you do enjoy the vibe that will be captured in these seminars, I do encourage you to consider taking one of our courses. As a lot of students will say, it's an unforgettable experience. So for that, to talk more about that, I'm going to hand it back over to Michael.
So, can we give Blake a round of applause because this sounds like this is very, very fun to watch. He present. Come soon to a server near you. That's pretty funny. All right, cool. You know what? So I'm gonna come back to this, but the point of this is actually I wanted Jackson to walk you guys through if you want to sign up these programs. How do you sign up these programs? And the reason why we needed Jackson to walk this through is also, it's kind of nerve-wracking, okay, to be honest. Like basically like Jackson and the team built this system called Hippo 2. Like many of you signed up the incubator using Hippo 2, but this is the first time ever, right? First time ever we're using this for people to sign up regular programs. And when you think about this summer and next summer and all that, we might have like a few thousand students, right? And by the way, Hippo 2, right, whole system was built by our students, from their ages are from 14 to 19-year-olds, right? So it's kind of nerve-wracking. So this is what we're saying. Hey, be gentle with our system. It may have bugs, right? And if you see bugs, email to Jackson, and anyone who find bugs, we're gonna give you $10 Starbucks card or something. Okay, would that be cool? Would that be cool? Okay, guys, please crush Jackson's email box. Okay, all right, Jackson, can you share your screen? Are you okay sharing your screen?
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
so
okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So on that note, we'll be sending out an email later today with a bunch more information and some tips and tricks. And so yeah, let me just quickly cover how this all works. Here we go. All right, should be able to see my screen now. And so, yeah, so this is our site. So this is the URL many of you guys will probably start at. If you've used this site before, there is a known bug where there can be some weirdness associated with cookies. So if you guys have used this site before and are experiencing anything weird at all, the first thing you want to do, click this little lock up here, clear all your cookies, because we had to change how some of them work. That's the best way to quickly solve an issue. You might have to relog in back afterwards, but for those of you who have not used the site before, I'll be covering how you can essentially go through our flow and buy a course. So this link will be in the email. There will also be some additional help and instructions. And so you can just pick any of these courses. So let's say I wanted to sign up for the 1 week winter camp that's coming up. I can select the camp. I can go to select a batch. As you can see, we've got plenty of batches available. We display the availability, we display dates, times, all sorts of helpful information. So you can select the batch, and then you're redirected to create an account if you don't already have one. So let's say I'm a parent. I want to create an account and then pay for my student. I can just say I'm a parent here, and I'll just do like Jackson. Put in my email here, put in some password, and then, fill in some more of my details. My name is Jackson, and then some random phone number. And then here you'll be prompted to invite your student. This is so that you can purchase a course for them. We only currently allow you to buy courses for students. And so let me just invite myself. And then I am also Jackson. Put in another phone number that is 100% mine, and then a totally valid birth date, and then select a school. So let's do like Berkeley. Let's see. Actually, no, let's just do my high school. You can select the school, hit next, and you're good to go. And this will send an email to your student to actually invite them and have them fill out all their details and everything. So then you can see, it might be a little confusing actually, because I named both accounts Jackson Choice, but I'm the parent and I'm purchasing an account for the student Jackson Choice. And so I just select that, and then you get brought to this screen. So where you can choose, we have two payment options primarily available. You can pay in installments with Affirm, or you can pay in full with a card. And so the way it works, you just choose one, you get this little nice screen, and you get redirected to where you can pay with Affirm. And so this right here, this is where you can enter the coupon code. The coupon code will be included in the email sent out to all of you guys right after this meeting. And so when you get to this step, make sure you have the right coupon code for the course, and you can enter it in right here, and it will be taken off the total. And then you just follow the steps Affirm provides, and you're all set. And once that works, you'll have a course showing up right here. You'll have a bunch of details that both the parent and the student can see. You can have a to-do list once we assign tasks. It'll be stuff like join our Discord, fill out this Google form, stuff like that. Here's the referral program Mike mentioned. You can send this link to your friends. If they sign up and then buy something, both of you guys get credit off of the course. And the way that works is after the course starts, you get refunded the number of referrals times 100 off of that course invoice. Super cool stuff. You can also link your Discord account to be demonstrated features with that. The new Discord bot, I'm sure some of you guys have heard or seen rumblings of that. And then, yeah, there's just some other cool links and stuff like that. And so that's basically how it works. This is all student-made software. On every screen, you can see that little team tomorrow, the blue and black icon. It shows you who made that screen. And so that real people, real students that went through our programs made that stuff. It's super cool to see. And so, like I said before, it may be a little buggy. We've done our best to iron out bugs, catch edge cases and stuff like that. So if you guys find any bugs and are able to reproduce it, ideally a screen recording is super helpful for us so that, we can see what exactly happened. Send it to me. My email will be linked and mentioned in the email that goes out to you guys. Feel free to blow up my inbox. As Mike said, we'll be offering rewards for bugs. So, yep, that's basically it from my side. I'll pass it back to Mike.
Okay, can people see my screen? Awesome. Can we give Jackson, as well as anyone who contributed Hippo 2, that's the system you saw, a round of applause? Thank you for building that system. Thank you for deploying it. Thank you for designing it. Thank you for everything. All right. This is it. This is the last slide, right? We're open for questions. We're here to build the next round of education for you guys. We're excited about the future. We hope that you can be part of it. Okay. And, without further ado, I want to open up for questions. We have about 15 minutes or so. Wow, we're perfect on time. We're perfect. Okay. So we have 15 minutes or so. Ask me any questions, ask us any questions. We're gonna, happy to answer them. The weirder the question, the better. The stupider the question, the better. Okay, you know the drill at AI Camp. Okay, there are no stupid questions. Actually, let me ask a question. Anyone enjoy this presentation? Do you think this is great? Enjoyed it? Okay, awesome. All right, cool. And also thank you for doing the poll. Sounds like the game stuff. Game devs at 44% voting. Favorite. AI and data science 39%. Web dev, which I shouted, is going to be great, only got 17%. This shows you can't give people medicine. You have to give people the sugar around it and then the medicine in the middle. Okay, so questions.
Got a question in the chat about details on level 3. Maybe I can take that one, Mike. So the idea with level 2, right, is you've got 4 hours of mentor guided lessons every day for 3 weeks to make sure that you go from, maybe just starting your coding journey to completing an AI product. So your flexibility on what type of product you're building and what problems you're solving and what tools you're using are predefined, because we need to know that to make sure that all of the teams are going to be able to get through that program. The level 3 program is a mix between that program and our incubator, which is much more high level, just kind of, you have this task, right? So one of the tasks that one of the teams is facing is, I need to be able to write a mobile app that can detect whether a flare is on or off and text, our stakeholder. There's no set kind of tools that you're going to be using for that. There's no roadmap, that is going to require, we'll know that they're possible, of course, right? And we're going to have resources, and you're going to have mentors and leads who have gone through training that have access to some of the professional level material that we're creating through this incubator, best templates, but pretty much you're just taking it up a notch. So where the web development for the 3-week camp is simple Flask, that's really good at having 1-page websites. This is kind of taking that next step to Django and React, for example, which are frameworks that if you're not familiar with, no worries, but those are the kind of frameworks that big tech companies are using in their day-to-day. That's in industry standard kind of professional level tools. So that's kind of the difference that we're talking about. It's about taking what you learned level 2 and keep going, right? Like getting another 3 weeks of practice in, still guided time with your mentor, but also time to work on your own. It's kind of a combination of the incubator that we're seeing a lot of success with, and our level 2 3-week course that people really love.
Yeah. So there are a lot of people. Can we give Alex a round of applause? Thank you for answering that question. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's a lot of people talking about, for example, how do we apply? How do we get the loyalty discount? So as I said, we're gonna email you with the links and codes, right? So don't worry about it, right? But just make sure you sign up right away, because they are limited capacity for any of these courses, right? And it's only for a week. Yeah.
And to add on to that, got to see a question, how to apply loyalty discount and the scholarship. This loyalty discount is this is us offering everybody who won the scholarship last year another scholarship. All of our customers from before this, we're offering you guys like the lowest price that we'll offer to anybody all year, because we're saying thank you. So those are the same things: loyalty discount and the scholarship. But yes,
yeah. Who teaches level 3? So that's gonna be our instructors, as well as TT members who really proven themselves. Yeah. Is the 3 week for adults or middle high school students only? So the 3 weeks right now, it's for people who from 13-year-old to 20-year-old. You cannot, right? Correct. Is the level 3 same time as level 2? That's a great question. So when you sign up, you will see essentially the schedule for level 3. Right now, we're studying level 3 in our batch C timeframe. So that's somewhere around like late, actually it's like, yeah, in July. Yeah. It's a daily basis. It's Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. By the way, guys, you should just unmute yourself and ask me a question, ask us a question. You don't have to type into the chat, okay? So can I have scholarship? Why I have a loyalty discount? Well, you should just apply for a full scholarship, but we're not rolling out that right now. Okay, you know what? Let's do the following. Okay, I have my email here. Okay, we have our email here. There will be, we're gonna watch that email in the next, in the next couple of weeks. So if you have additional questions, right, just send an email to hello@ai-camp.org. If you have questions regarding, for example, like, how to use the system sign up, or you find bugs, email Jackson, right? So it's jackson@ai-camp.org. Yeah. Level 3 starts in July. Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. So we're ahead of schedule. That's pretty cool. All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Right. Once again, I just want to say thank you. For you to be here, for everyone who contribute to AI Camp's growth. This dream that we take AI Camp to the next level, to take education to the next level, is something, it's our dream, and we wanted to, we're dedicated to that. We'll see it through, and thank you very much for being part of it. Okay.
One last question, which is actually a really good one, that I forgot to cover before. So sorry. Got a question about how do I apply for the game dev course? The game dev course, the web dev course, the data science course, those are all the 1 week course. Similar to how we did last summer, we're going to send you guys a survey ahead of time, and you're going to be able to pick which course you want to go into for that. For the 1 week, we're going to make sure that people are able to pick the course that they want to. So whichever course that you're picking, we're going to make sure that we get you guys in there. So yeah, but great question. So sorry, last thing to add, Mike.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. If you want to hang out, right, you can hang out. We're here to talk, right? So we still have 8 minutes, but thank you for coming. Great to see you today, and talk to you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank
All
you.
right, I'm going to wait for a few minutes if you got questions. We're here, but thank you. Yeah.
If you guys have questions, feel free to come up off mute. Seeing some hands going up.
Yes. So I was wondering if any of the learning materials or recordings from last summer will be available.
So our curriculum itself, like right now, it's we can definitely share that, to you. That's fine. But the point, the reason why I'm hesitating is because there are actually nothing secret about our learning materials. There are literally just like best practices from the internet. So if for example, your child is interested in building anything, I highly encourage she or he start building, start learning, and we're here to guide her or him. So I guess what I'm saying is our learning materials are nothing special. It's really the methods here. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions? Vivian, you go first.
Okay, so can you re-explain the winter camp schedules?
Yeah, so the winter camp is 1 week during the winter break. And it's going from Monday to Friday from 10 o'clock in the morning through 3 p.m. And there are 3 batches, 3 weeks, during the winter. So you can choose either, any one of them when you go ahead and sign up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Wait, someone else also asked a question.
Yeah, I had a question about someone was in the chat. I had the same question, but they were also asking like, how can we add this to like LinkedIn as an experience when we complete your course?
Well, if you ask for a certificate, I would say, like there will be product demos, right? There will be videos you can add on your LinkedIn.
Okay.
We can also like, we need to figure this out, how to deploy the product and maintain that. But if your product is great, we will deploy that, we'll maintain that, and you can also share that URL to people, and they can use that product, right? That would be like really cool.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
No problem, William.
Also, to add to that, you should be able to add an education even if it's not a verified school. So if I were you, I would just add like AI Camp, as your education, and then put the link to your GitHub, right? Like put the link to the repo you guys created, because you guys should all have that, and that should work as well.
All right, thank you.
So the winter camp dates again. So if you sign up, you can register and go through the whole flow. You will see the schedule. It's 3 weeks. As I said, spamming. From beginning of winter break all the way to the end. Okay. All right. So I wanted to end this. I think thank you, for you guys, coming. Daniel, good to see you again, and everybody. Talk to you soon. Keep on learning, keep on growing. Love to see your growth. Yeah.
See you guys in Discord.
Yeah.
Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.